What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. And what a day it is to be a Leeds United supporter. We run out 3-0 winners over Chelsea, and I'll tell you what, that has to be the best performance I have seen us have in a very, very long time. I don't think I've enjoyed watching a game of football as much as as I have in the whole time being a Leeds supporter. I think there was times under Bielsa we looked really, really good, but the difference is it was in the championship, and you know, he's given me some great moments like the Swansea game and things like that. But that was all around the best performance I've seen from Leeds in a very, very long time. There is not a single player on that park that didn't play a 10 out of 10. Dan James might have been close to not being a 10 out of 10. He wasn't super fantastic, but I think, you know, he did his job. It was absolutely unreal. And, you know, we walked through it, I guess. Coming into the game, when you're playing against Chelsea, even at home, you're sort of thinking that you're going to lose the game. You're not thinking you're going to win. You know, you think at best you might get a draw at home. You know, just being the home factor. From minute one, the Leeds United supporters were unreal. So loud. And made it really difficult. You know, would have made it really difficult for the Chelsea players who were on their back constantly. You know, it's especially when you hear on TV, it's different. When I watched a video of a guy who was at the game, yeah, fantastic. I love hearing us shut those Chelsea fans up as well. They were singing all sorts of songs beforehand, and then they went real quiet, real quick. But the pressing and the pace in which we press, and the pace of the players as well, it was really fantastic. And the only upsetting part about the first 3 weeks is that we should have had 9 points. We should have made subs against Southampton. We shouldn't have conceded 2. You know, conceding 1, whatever, but that was 3 points. We 2 points dropped. We should have had 9 points. We'd be equal top, which obviously isn't going to last, and we'll get on that. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to make Europe and top 10 or anything like that, but this is a really good indicator that we're going to have purple patches. We're going to have times where we win 3 or 4 on the bounce. 7 points is a great way to start. You know, when you think of it as a relegation sort of situation, we're 20% of the way up to the points already after 3 games. We just got to keep grinding out results. And I think we are going to beat teams. We're going to lose some games that we think we just going to wonder what happened. We're going to be games where we're working our bollocks off, and we're going to press and not come out with a result. There's going to be those sort of games where we might lose to Nottingham, or draw at home against Nottingham, or, you know, get spanked by Liverpool. It's going to be one of those seasons where the results aren't going to make sense. It's not going to be quite as clear cut as I'm Man City, I'm going to win every game, or you know, having a team as bad as Norwich is going to get flogged most of the time. So it's going to be one hell of a ride, and I'm feeling more positive about where we're going to finish up. I don't think we'll finish in the top 10 still, but I sort of thought we'd finish 16th, maybe 15th. But now, if we can continue to play the way we're playing, because it is only 3 games, so I'm not getting ahead of myself, and we are relying on Rodrigo staying in form, at least scoring wise. Why not? Why can't we finish between? We could finish anywhere between. Really, if we play like this every game, we could potentially finish anywhere between 8th and 15th. Really, I know I'm saying 15th. That's a stretch, but I mean, like, it depends on like. I think we'll finish maybe after playing like that. I think we'll finish somewhere like, you know, 12th to 14th. We're not going to pick up results every game, but if we can play like that, there'll be games where we get results. And it's positive, because I just love the fact that everyone had us going down, and I didn't think it was as clear cut as that. I thought it might be a scrap, but I thought there'd be 3 clear cut. Like, anyone that's above relegation, it'd be clear cut. I thought there'd be 3 really bad teams, and the rest would be there'll be some distance. But we're a lot better than what I thought. The players that we've brought in have performed better than I thought they would. I thought it'd take a little time, but Tyler Adams is unreal. He is unreal, and he hasn't had a poor game yet. And Some people said he had a slow start to the Wolves game, but he's immense, and he's just running around with pace, and Sterling started getting a bit of joy, and all of a sudden Tyler Adams was there, just constantly hassling him. And yeah, Adams and Aronson's class. He just gets the ball and just runs at the defense. He just runs to the middle of the park and starts creating havoc. And it's just, yeah, I love it. Mark Rocker, that double pivot with Mark Rocker and Tyler Adams, which Tyler Adams' distribution isn't as bad as what it was made out to be. I sort of read into it being a poor distributor. He's not shocking. He's not going to go forward as much as we hope. He's going to play the ball sideways and backwards. He's going to win the ball and then play it off to Rocker. Rocker's range of passing is brilliant. He is on the level of Calvin Phillips with that sort of stuff, and he just, I even love watching him come sliding in from nowhere, and he misses half the time. It's just like he's super late, but I just love it. I love the tenacity. I love the want to win the ball back, and the way we press is completely different, and it's better. It's better than what we did on Bielsa. What we did on Bielsa worked in the Championship. We got found out real quick in the Premier League, and I don't know how long it lasts for in the Premier League. You know, teams will find us out. There's going to be bad performances. There's going to be, you know, whatever. But this is harder to figure out than a man-on-man. Man-on-man is just as simple as, you know, player worth. If you've got a squad worth, you know, half a billion, and you've got Leeds players who are worth 50 million or whatever at the time, it's one-on-one. When you're man v man, most of the time you're going to lose out, because technically, like a Chelsea and Man United, we're just playing the ball around us now, and it's just not. It is not easy at all for. It is not easy at all for any team to play against us. We press so well. Couldn't believe it. Absolutely buzzing. I will be honest. I only watched the first half. I had to go to bed. I was absolutely knackered. My daughter's been waking up really early in the morning. So 2-0 at half time. And I didn't want to go to sleep, but it was like 12 o'clock here in Australia. So it was like I had to get some sleep. But then my mind woke up I pretty much woke up at 1:30. So my mind knew the game was done. Looked at the results, saw 3-0. Couldn't believe it. Went to bed again, buzzing. And then I watched the second half in the morning. And all around, it's just, I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. First goal, Aronson. Oh, but it was like the minute he started pressing, I just knew something was gonna happen. I didn't know it was gonna be a goal, but I saw him start running, and I thought he's gonna put Bendy under pressure. We're gonna win a corner or something here. I just had a feeling we were gonna get a good positive result. And how often do you see a striker tackling a goalkeeper and the ball bounces away or hits the striker and goes out? Nah, he kept control. He tackled Mendy, ran into the box. I love the Leeds supporters you see them sort of celebrate the tackle, and then a bit conservative. It all happens within a split second, but celebrates the tackle, conservative. Aronson takes a touch, and then puts the ball back in the net, and everything erupts again. And the way he just immediately ran off to the corner flag, it was just all poetry in motion. The whole thing was fantastic. Second goal, Rodrigo popping up for that header. I don't think we haven't had a super tall team before. Under Bielsa, it wasn't a tall team. Now we have some decent tall players in there, like Christensen and stuff. And like the whole back line, especially with Stroik at left back, Stroik, Llorente, Robin Koch, and Christensen, it's a tall back line. That's tall. Midfield is relatively tall. I don't think Mark Rocker is exactly short. Tyler Adams is shorter. We have some serious options when we go forward and set pieces, and it's really weird that we're able to score headers and we're dangerous in corners. And I'm not used to that as a Leeds supporter. I'm so used to us being crap at corners and crap at set pieces. And Harrison's great, like on the set piece, whipping it in is fantastic. And yeah, he finds Rodrigo, who just has to redirect it. All he had to do is get on it, makes that run in front, redirects it, and puts the ball in the back of the net. And then obviously Harrison's goal. Rodrigo lays it back to Harrison. So Rodrigo gets another assist. I can't express how buzzing I am. I was literally just yesterday saying, why can't Leeds do what Brentford did against Man United? Why can we never pump a top 6 side? I just want to pump a top 6 side. And here we are. And top 4 side. Chelsea realistically should be top 4. I look at it now and think, who else can we beat? You know, I genuinely think we can beat Man United both legs this year, or at least one of them. I don't see why not. You know, the pressure we put the Chelsea backline under, and it's not a bad backline at all, it's a good backline. The pressure we put them under caused mistakes, and we will do that to Maguire. We will do that to the Man United backline, Luke Shaw and all that. Imagine that press on them. They will shit themselves and cough the ball up, depending on what sort of transfers they make. They've got Casemiro and stuff that might be coming in, but imagine we beat Man United this year at Ellen Road. If they don't do business and they keep, we'll see how the Man United Liverpool result goes. It could be bad for one or the other. Either way, yeah, one of those teams, even if it's a draw, they're pretty much going to come out pretty pissed off. Like if Liverpool draw that game, they're going to be pissed off. They're drawing 3 on the bounce. Man United draw that game, they'll probably be a bit happier than Liverpool, but yeah. Anyway, I'm not talking about them, but it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But now look at the possibilities. You know, I think Brighton will be rough. Defensively, very, very good. I'll get into that when it comes to the pre-match for that one. But, you know, we've put ourselves in a really good, really good position now to kick on and make a stamp on this league and be a good, consistent mid-table team until we can bring in some more players. And I do think we need one more. As good as Stroik has been at left back, we do need to bring in an actual left back, because I do think Llorente will eventually. He's been good, but his form will drop off again. Just like I'm a bit worried about Rodrigo, but I think if we can only buy a left back or a striker, the left back is the one for me. I think we need the left back more than the striker. Yeah, I can't believe it. I cannot believe we beat Chelsea 3-0. And I love it, because there's only 2 teams I hate, and that's Chelsea, Man United. I don't mind anyone else. I don't mind Man City. I've got family in Liverpool, so I like Liverpool. And I like Newcastle as well, to be fair. But anyway, only 2 teams I really hate, and that is Chelsea, Man United, where I cannot stand them. I'll tell you what, the other thing, Thomas Tuchel, what an absolute moron. What is he on about? He's come out afterwards saying we were the better team. In what world were you the better team? There's not a single part, except for maybe the first 5 minutes of the game, where you looked all right. Except for that, we absolutely played you off the park. And what annoys me more, I went looking for content. You know, I went looking around for content to see, to hear about how good Leeds were, how fantastic we've looked for the first 3 games of the season. Yes, we had to drop off against Southampton. I can't find content anywhere. We've just beaten the top 4 side, and I cannot find content, decent content, anywhere. All everyone's talking about is a draw between Newcastle and Man City. Who cares? We've just absolutely pumped Chelsea 3-0. And that's all everyone wants to talk about is Newcastle and Man City. Like, you know, the kickoff, all these things that I listen to. And even in that, it's, when they were talking about Chelsea and Leeds, it wasn't talking about how good Leeds were. It's all how bad Chelsea were and how Thomas Tuchel is not playing right. They played Tottenham off the park last week and got a draw, but they played them off the park. When will we start getting credit for how good we are? Have been so far. This could drop off real quick. Happened in the first season with Bielsa. We finished 9th, and nobody wanted to admit until the end of the season how good we were. Oh, we'll drop off. Oh, we'll run out of legs. Blah, 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 blah. We'll get relegated. All this sort of stuff. We finished 9th. The next season, people still didn't give us dues, and to be fair, we only just scraped it. This year, everyone had us going down, and we are currently equal top, or whatever it is. We're in the top fucking... We're playing Europe, right? We're playing Europe. You know, having a laugh with my mates and stuff, and my dad saying, you know, City drop points, this is their chance to win the league. And obviously, I don't mean it. And I think there will be a drop-off at some point. There's going to be a rough patch, but I think we'll be safe. And that was all that mattered this year, was consolidating and being safe and trying to push up the league and try to finish in the upper half of the bottom 10, if that makes sense to you, you know, between 10 and 15th, finish somewhere in there and keep pushing on, buy some more players, add some depth, move out some of the old players, just gaining some quality. And that's the other thing. Everyone wants to hate on Jesse Marsch because he's American. We're all American. Like, yes, to be honest with you, there was a little bit of an awkwardness with it being it being American, having American owner. American owners possibly coming in, American manager, American players. There was a bit of a doubt in my mind, if I'm going to be really honest with you, but I'm not going to let it affect how I support my team and how I support Jesse Marsch. At the end of the day, he's our manager, and until he's sacked, I will support him. And he's done really well, and he's put an identity in place. I wasn't sure how we were going to look after last year, but it was quite clear he didn't want to stamp how he wants to play on the team until this season. It was obvious that he knew he had to grind out results last year and then have a preseason and work on it in the preseason. Do I think teams will find us out? I think they will eventually, but I think this is more difficult to just find us out and that's it. You know, against Bielsa, it was this case of beating us man v man, and because we didn't have the squad depth or talent or quality, they were able to play us off the park when it went one-on-one in it everywhere. But in this press is different. This is different. You can find it out, and I think a top team will, but overall, I think teams will struggle against us, and I can't believe it. I think it's unreal. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. I've rattled on for 17 minutes. I've yawned a couple of times, so I'm going to cut that out because I'm absolutely knackered. I can't believe it. Let me know in the comment section below how buzzing you are, because I know you all are. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe. I'm making a Twitter tonight, hopefully, because I do think that I need to spread my content out a bit more. But yeah, let me know what you think, and let me know how proud you are to be a Leeds United supporter today. And I love football because I get to wait. I can enjoy football once we win or draw or whatever. I can enjoy when we lose. I hate watching football afterwards. So I can enjoy the football. I can enjoy the Liverpool Man United game. Yeah, buzzing. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.